Hello everyone, and welcome to a new semester of videos. I took the time to go through Nicole's and Shannon's videos, and I looked at my old goal video, and that had me cracking up, and my roommate was overhearing it, and to quote her, "We were so young and naive." No, I'm kidding. We have to realize that was the end of July, and so much has transpired this past semester. Let's see if I've met my goals. I did stay kind of organized. There were some nights where it was just, you're tired and you don't really feel like doing your laundry that night, so you always like put it off, or or some mornings I don't make my bed, which is actually not that big of a deal. Like, I don't have anyone telling me to do things, so I think through just learning as I go, I've developed a kind of sense of independence, and this was caused me to be okay with my domestication. I mean, I've noticed that when it comes to cleaning the bathroom, for example, it's mostly me and one of my suite mates who will take turns and stuff, and then everyone else contributes as well. But I actually don't mind waking up on a Saturday and starting off my Saturday with cleaning, and that's what I did this past Saturday, my first Saturday back on campus. And I even cut up an old poster, and I took an E. Cummings quotation, and that's the first thing I see when I wake up. In fact, I'm on my bed right now. Yeah, this is my pillow, and I'm just sitting crisscross applesauce. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. As for procrastination, honestly, I felt very burnt out by the end of my senior year in high school. Having taken 8 classes every day, plus marching band in the fall, and then worrying a lot about French club and state competition in the spring, it was, I guess, summer alone was not enough to recover from that. And I really did slack off a bit this first semester. I mean, my GPA wasn't terrible, but it wasn't exactly desirable. I mean, I did pretty well in most of my sciencey classes, so it was just calculus that was But this is going to be my last semester in calculus, and I'm determined to kick butt and take names. And I like my professor a lot more this semester because she actually speaks English. And apparently communication is important when teaching, the ancient art, or not so ancient art actually, calculus is a pretty new type of math. But the art of calculus, imparting that knowledge upon others, requires, a certain aptitude in English that my former professor just did not have. And it did not help that I was terrible at calculus to begin with in high school, so. Budgeting. Oh gosh, this is really bad. I didn't budget, and when I went home for break, my parents were so upset at me, and so I've really drilled it into my head, this mentality that I'm a poor college student. I can't afford that. So I'm really trying to drill into my mind, be frugal. And so far it's working. I've resisted the temptation of, the Urban Outfitters that I mentioned was so close by. Yeah, my roommate is in here. Yeah, but apparently they're having a college sale this weekend, 10% off, and 50% off of prices that are already marked down. And even a frugal person cannot, pass up those offers. So the only way I'm not going out there empty-handed, out of that store empty-handed, is if they don't have anything I like or anything in my size. And good thing for me, I'm very picky, so we'll see. But so far, I've resisted, multiple offers of going out to eat, at a restaurant, because it's just you start to realize how much things cost and the value of $1, especially if you don't have a job and you have a fixed amount of money you can spend. So I'm starting to really realize the importance of budgeting, and I hope to get a job this summer in addition to doctor shadowing. So some goals were met, some goals weren't. it happens. But I didn't really kick ass semester. Yeah. Okay, the beginning wasn't too well, because it didn't go so well because, you know, there was a lot of emotional baggage, and it was just the whole getting used to everything. There's a lot of anonymity. I can't speak English sometimes, but you understand what I'm trying to say. When you're at a campus that's so big, I mean, the only thing really connecting you with most of these people is that, you know, you're from Texas, but that doesn't really help much. And I'm kind of glad I went to school with, I chose to go here where I knew some people, like from high school, and from there you kind of just branch off and, you know, make your own friends, and it's been interesting. I'm eager to meet more engaging intellectuals who are out there. I, like, for instance, in my French class, there's a guy who, like, transferred from Kansas City, like, school there, and he was, like, we were outside our professor's office. I wanted to ask her about how I can improve my comprehension of French, and he just happened to be out there, I guess, because he was wondering what he had missed, because he missed the first week of school, and he's, like, majoring in Latin and French, and he's very into linguistics, and it was weird because being a biology major at the same time as being a French major, you really do see the dichotomy between, you know, the sciences and the arts, and it's different. It's really different, and I'm glad that so far my academic pursuits have been interesting and engaging enough. Though I have been surprised by the type of people that I've met here, and it kind of just reminds me that I am in Texas, and that I am in a red state. Like, you'll meet some very radical, like, grassroots people, or, like, people who think, like, capitalism is not the answer, and then at the other hand, you'll meet, like, people who are, like, down in Jesus, and not that being down in Jesus is wrong, but it made to the point where it's, like, they have very strong political views that are super conservative. And I met, like I'm in a life and death decisions course, and we discussed abortion, and I found it personally surprising that a lot of the people who opposed abortion happened to be male, and I didn't understand that. And but at the same time, like I said, like, I have met really engaging people, and it just goes to show that, you know, people are very complicated, and it's exciting, like, figuring out people and, like, getting to know them, and, like, seeing their viewpoints and how they differ from yours, and I think it's fun, frankly. Accomplishments, well, I went to my first music festival. I'm part of a pre-med honor society, and I really enjoy, Alpha Epsilon Delta, and I think in a few years, like, I could really see myself in a really strong officer position. I mean, honestly, I still feel like a small fish in a giant pond, so I'm still dabbling, but I mean, I hope that by the same time next year, I will be, like, more active, and I'll have a lot more, like, accomplishments and accolades that I can speak of. But it was nice last semester, like, being in my French class, being one of very few freshmen, and, you know, being able to hold my own. My professor, you know, he had faith in me, except it's weird this time around, this semester, where I feel a lot stronger in biology, but I feel very weak in French, because it's my first time having a French teacher or professor without an English accent. So her French is very Parisian, she uses a lot of contractions, and it's very flowy and poetic. It's beautiful. It's French, frankly, but it's difficult, and it just makes you want to master it more. And, like, biology is just, like, I'm starting to appreciate it more, about how everything is just, like, interconnected. It's great. Kind of dorky, but yeah, I feel like my semesters are very different, and I'm excited to see that I have weaknesses where I once had strength, and, you know, I'm developing on, you know, an interest of mine, that being biology. I'm really glad with where I am, that I'm here, and I'm happy with what I have. Like, I have a kick-ass roommate. I have the sweetest suite mates who, like, snuck into my room and they left me and my suite mate presents on our desk. Like, how awesome is that? Like, the people here are so sweet. But, I think this video is gonna go over very soon. So, I'll see you beautiful people soon, and I expect great things come your next video.